Hey guys, this is North back again with another video. Today's video, I'm coming to you with a end of the year wrap up of my best pickups of 2023. So let's go ahead and get it going. Now I'm going to put this as my top 10 pickups of the year. I'll probably give you some extra ones at the end, so maybe it'll be around 15. The year went by fast, but it's sort of been a long year for me as far as purchases. I tried to log all the purchases that I made throughout the year, but then the list started getting a little embarrassing. So I'll just, because my plan originally was just to mention all of the fragrances I purchased in the year 2023, but I don't want to do that. I did sell hopefully more fragrances than I purchased, but I almost had an overhaul of fragrances because I feel like my taste has changed almost dramatically. Not so much, but you know, this year I decided to just be more refined and try to get some of the best fragrances that I could, and you know, be very, very selective on what I bought. Very few things I blind bought. So let's go ahead and see what I got. Now there'll be a mixture of designer and niche fragrances in here, and I'll just put them up randomly. They aren't in any particular order. The first one I want to mention is from the house of Premier Note, and this one is called Orange Calabria. This to me is one of the best mandarin orange fragrances for the summertime that I've ever smelled. I do not like anything else from this house. Everything else that I've smelled, I haven't tried everything, but where I got this from, there were a number of them, at least 6 to 8 different fragrances. But this one is such a realistic orange, like orange peel and orange, like the juice from the orange in it. I haven't smelled anything quite as good as far as orange is concerned. Now there's no release date on this one, but some of the notes on Orange Calabria are bitter orange, Brazilian orange, petitgrain, orange blossom, mint, heliotrope, and white musk. Now if you haven't heard of Premier Note, definitely check this one out when it starts to get warm and you're looking for a summer scent, especially if you like citruses. This one will be right up your alley. I got a silly deal on it. This one I paid a little bit more than the ones that I got, so I liked it so much that, and they were doing a better deal on it before the shop closed, that I got 2 backup bottles of it. Here's one right here. There are 100 ml bottles. This is just an awesome orange scent. Moving on. The next fragrance is another citrus-based fragrance. This one is from the house of Ella K. This one's called Poeme de Sagano. This is a summer fragrance, another summer fragrance that I really wanted to get in the collection. I've told the story before. I missed out on it when they had a deal. It was like buy one, get 2 free, but I missed out on it. So I found this one on eBay. It was slightly used, so there was a little bit more than what's in the bottle right here. This is only 70 ml. But it's such a great scent. This one was released in 2018, Poeme de Sagano. Some of the notes on it are bamboo, citrus, yuzu, grapefruit, mint, and bergamot. It's just a great scent. It's a unique scent. This one is Eau de Parfum. They were or are quite expensive. These original ones again came in 70 ml. Now Lucky Scent, for example, sells it, but it's a 100 ml bottle now, and they're selling it for $295, which is crazy. I don't know if it's worth that, but I got a good deal on this. My guy actually got it in locally, so and it was the 70 ml bottle, so I ended up getting a backup bottle of this as well. This is a great, unique citrus scent as well that has some mint in it. You should definitely check it out. The next fragrance is for sure one of my favorite pickups of all time. It's a sleeper summer hit, so I'm gonna stick with the theme before I move on to the darker scents, might as well. And this one is from the house of Christian Dior. This one is Eau Sauvage Cologne. I've already gone through half a bottle. I use a lot of it during the summer. I do have a backup bottle of this one. that I found at the gray market, but it's such a great long-lasting citrus scent. Eau Sauvage Cologne was released in 2015. This one has bergamot, grapefruit, mandarin orange, petitgrain, hedione, galbanum, and pink pepper. And again, it's another one-of-a-kind, beautiful citrus scent that has different types of nuances in it. I just really love this scent. I don't know why people aren't talking about this. Even recently, just yesterday, someone posted a video about Eau Sauvage and Eau Sauvage Parfum, but nobody talks about the cologne. It's not discontinued. I wish it came in a 200 ml bottle. I would still get it. Moving on. And the last citrus fragrance that I believe I'll mention is from the house of Chanel. This one is Paris-Deauville. I did do a review on this, as well as the Dior. This is one of the most sophisticated citrus scents I've ever smelled. It's just, you know, just mind-blowing. It's like effervescent. It's sweet. Of course, it's lighter than like Eau Sauvage Cologne, but it's such a beautiful scent that these come in 125 ml bottles. The prices on them for retail aren't insane. They're a little bit over 100, and what you get is just a sophisticated like citrus summer scent. I like this better than any of the other ones in the line. The only other one that I would get would be Biarritz, and the notes on this one are basil, lime, Sicilian orange, bergamot, lemon, petitgrain, hedione again, and this one is just, you know, when I think about summer scents and my favorites, even though I just got them this year, Paris-Deauville and Eau Sauvage Cologne are just on a whole nother level. I don't have to search anymore, in my opinion, to find other citrus scents, even though I did pick up some other ones. They have some differences to them, but this one is just at the top of the list. It's elite. It just doesn't last as long as some of the other ones, whereas citrus fragrances aren't supposed to last. I do have 3 bottles of this. I did find a tester. This one is the tester bottle of it. So that's the last and probably the greatest citrus scent I got this year, along with Eau Sauvage Cologne. The Eau Sauvage Cologne, it lasts longer. That's the only reason I would give that the edge. But as far as smell, this one smells better. It's more refined. If this one happened to be in like the Privé or the less exclusive line, it'd be almost worth it. Let's keep it moving. Now on to the darker scents. The next fragrance I want to mention is from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. This was a year of me like getting more into vintage fragrances. I don't want to go too far into it because it's one of those type of things where you might be hit or miss. You might get some bad ones and some good ones, but I've had some decent luck with it. And the first one that I got was Opium Eau de Toilette, and this one is so good. It's nothing like, in my opinion, the newer version, the 2009, they call it Opium Eau de Parfum. This one lasts so much longer. It's almost like a parfum. Opium was released in 1977. Some of the notes on it are cloves, plum, sandalwood, myrrh, tolu balsam, benzoin, labdanum, vanilla. So many notes. It's a quintessential, as it was known at the time, Oriental amber scent. And you know, I liked it so much that I searched, but then I found like a crazy deal on a bottle of the Parfum. I don't know where you can buy it at retail, but apparently it's still available. I don't know if it's just available in France, but now I have both of them, and they're great scents. These two are for sure 2 of my best pickups this year. Let's keep it moving. The next fragrance is from the house of Guerlain. This one is a 200 ml tester bottle of Bois d'Harmonie. Now, this particular fragrance, I wasn't like wanting to get, but my plug, he messaged me with like a picture of pretty much all the Guerlain, so I had a chance to choose from all of these newer bottles that are available, every single one, and choose a tester bottle to get. I was going to get Queer Beluga. I'm glad I didn't get that one, and I chose Bois d'Harmonie. Now I feel like I have completed the trifecta of the best benzoin fragrances that are available. That's my opinion. Bois d'Harmonie was released in 2006, and some of the notes on this one are incense, benzoin, iris, patchouli, white musk. And this is a great, but it is light. It's not a heavy scent benzoin fragrance. I really want to try the paper, the Harmony, the incense paper. I've been meaning to order a packet of it to see how it compares to this scent. But it's a great scent. I really like it a lot. It's probably second out of the 3 benzoin fragrances that I have. So let's keep it moving. The next fragrance I want to mention is from the house of Stéphane Humbert Lucas, and this one is O'Hara. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the lighting. O'Hara is a fossilized amber scent. So it's another amber scent in the same family of like Amber Absolute or Sultan, Ambre Sultan. It's similar to that. It's slightly different, but it is that sweet and a little bit spicy lapdanum, and vanilla type of ambery scent. It's great. It's one of the best ones that I've smelled, to the point where I don't need the other 2 amber scents that I mentioned. I did have Amber Absolute, and I sold it, and then also the Serge Lutens one, I've smelled it, but I even think that this one is better than that. When I smelled it, it never, even when I was really into incense and ambers, it wasn't one that I felt like I really needed to have, even at the time when I was like buying everything. So this one's discontinued. O'Hara, I believe, is it? No, it's not discontinued, but it's part of the ones that are the most expensive. So I got this on eBay. I got it for I got it under retail, so it was less than 300. They're going for like more than 300. I think 395, something like that, euros. So that's even more in US dollars. So I got it like under 300, maybe I think 250 or something. I paid for it earlier in the year. So it's I'm happy to have it in the collection. For an amber scent, this one's great. Of course, it lasts a long time, and it's extremely heavy. So go light on the sprays if you want to try this one. Moving on. Next fragrance I want to mention, again, is from the house of Guerlain. This is a B bottle fragrance that I wanted, even though I have the newer bottle of the newer formulation of it, and this one is Liu. So I was able to find this one. I got it brand new. I just decanted some of it into, because this is a splash bottle. It comes with one of those puffer sprays, but those are really bad. I don't even want to try it. Maybe soon. But Liu was released in 1929. Some of the notes on this one are aldehydes, is what it's famous for, similar to Chanel No. 5. Bergamot, jasmine, rose, iris, vanilla, and amber notes. So this one, when I saw that it was available on this website, I just figured I had to go ahead and pick it up. It was kind of pricey, but I just didn't want to miss the chance on it, so I picked it up. I do like Liu. I really do like aldehydes, but you can only have so many till they start becoming these scents start becoming redundant. So let's just keep it moving. All right, the next fragrance I want to mention is from the house of MDCI, one of my favorite fragrances of all time. So if you've watched my channel at all, you know what it is. I've mentioned it a number of times, and this one is Chypre Palatin. Now, Chypre Palatin usually comes in a 75 ml bottle. I have that one, but what I got this year was the 100 ml flacon, which is called the Silk Road edition. I came across this one because one of my guys here, he runs a shop, and so on Instagram he does these auctions, and in Arabic it's called mazat. So on Instagram he'll post on his story all the different fragrances he has in, so I'll flip through it And I don't speak Arabic, so I don't join in the live. I may click on just to watch, but I never bid. So if I see a fragrance that I like, I'll just message him and ask him how much it is. So I got this for like a little bit less than retail, but then also these are only available from them directly. And you know, you'd have to pay for shipping and things like that. So I got this without paying shipping, so I couldn't pass up the chance on this. Definitely not for Chypre Palatin. It was released in 2012. I don't talk about perfumers, but Bertrand Duchefort did this one, and it's a masterpiece, period. And I don't, you know, just use hyperbole all the time in my review as far as descriptions. You know, I need to get a little bit better in my descriptions, but this to me is a masterpiece. And he also did, the reason I'm mentioning his name is because he did do Jubilation 25 Men's, which is getting a lot of pub now with everybody getting the bottles of Jubilation Men's 40 coming out. Some of the notes on Chypre Palatin are galbanum, aldehydes, clementine, total balsam, benzoin, vanilla, oak moss, iris, labdanum. So many notes in this, but it's such an awesome scent. I'm happy to have added this to the collection this year, so let's go ahead and keep it moving. And the last fragrance that I want to mention as far as my top 10 pickups of the year, this particular fragrance, I could have just ended it with this. It's something that I've been wanting all year. I almost bought it retail from Harrods. When they restocked it, I was surprised they did because it was sold out for the longest, but I was able to even get a better deal on a vintage bottle of Mitsouko Extract or Parfum. So this is my greatest find of this year. I ordered it from Japan. I was watching Persolays. I don't know if you've seen his channel, but he's mentioned a number of times that if you really want to go good vintage shopping, you should go to Japan. And so this one came in pristine condition. The box was pristine, brand new, 1985 bottle. I still haven't worn it because I'm still wearing the 7.5 ml that I got in, but I opened it just to smell it, seeing if it was the real deal, and it is. And this one, it just blows me away. Because I love this scent, you know, I love it almost as much as Chypre Palatin. These are like neck and neck to me as like my favorite Chypre fragrances. This one's awesome too, but had I got this, if this was the only thing I got this year, I would be completely happy. That's how much I was excited to finally get this in. So there you have it, guys. Those are my top 10 purchases, pickups of this year of 2023. I will put in some bonuses because I feel like they're worth mentioning. So let's go ahead and get to that. But before I do, I forgot to mention Mitsouko was released in 1919, so it's over 100 years old, the fragrance is. And some of the notes on this one, it's known for the peach, oak moss, spices, bergamot, rose, citruses, ylang ylang. It's a great scent, you know, for it to be so old, and the type of scent that it is to still be relevant to me. You know, I can see why people throughout the years love this scent. It's one of the, it's not super hyped as far as what's going on right now, but people that are really into like vintage fragrances and like the art of perfumery and all of that, they rave about Mitsouko. So this is one of the things that were hyped that I bought in on the hype for, so I really enjoy it. So let's go ahead and get to the bonuses. All right, so now to the bonus fragrances. I have 6 here, and I just wanted to mention because I got them all this year. I pretty much, this was like the year of Chanel for me for some reason, and so these are all of the, not all of the Chanels that I got this year, but the ones that I want to mention, and these are all from the less exclusive. I got the 200 ml of Chanel number 22, which I had wanted for a while. I do own a 75 ml of it, so, but I love it so much that, you know, when the guy, one of my plugs again, when he had it, Same one I got the majority of these from, except for a couple. When he got this one in, I was like, I gotta have it. So this was like the first one that I got from him. Next, I won't spend too much time on these, but I just wanted to mention them. The next one is Eau de Cologne. So Eau de Cologne is a beautiful, exactly what it says, Eau de Cologne style. It has some uniqueness to it. It's 10 times better than 4711, just even the smell alone, because it doesn't have as much neroli in it. But it's that style. It's very light. This is something I have a pretty good, decent dent in it. Most of it I've worn. I think I wore a little bit of it on vacation over the summer. But then other times I just pretty much just wear it outside of, out the shower. You know, usually I put on light things to go to bed with. So I was happy to get this one. This was even getting a tester bottle at an extremely discounted price. This is expensive for this style of fragrance. Just moving on. The next fragrance I'm going to mention, it's the only one that's not a tester. I just did a review on it, and this one is Bois Eau de Parfum. I don't believe it comes in Eau de Toilette, so I don't see the reason why I'm mentioning that. But I wore this one today. I really enjoyed it. It doesn't project a lot, but once it goes through its transition, it's a beautiful scent. I can't wait to wear it more. I probably like it a little bit more than Eau de Cologne as like an everyday wear for the price. So moving on. The next one is Jersey Eau de Parfum. So this one did come in an Eau de Toilette. One of the guys that I keep mentioning, he does have an Eau de Toilette, but he's charging just ridiculous prices for it, and I don't think it would be worth it. I love this one. I love the lavender and the tonka bean in it, along with the vanilla. So this one is just great. It's one I fell in love with for sure. Beautiful lavender scent. It's out of the ones that I've tried that has lavender with like vanilla and toffee or tonka bean. To me, this is the best one. It is simple. So, you know, if you don't like lavender, like essential oils and things like that, you may not like this one. But if you do, this is a great one as well. It's very relaxing. Moving on. And the last two I want to mention are two that I actually was avoiding even testing, and now I own both of them. They are two of the most recent releases in the Les exclusive collection. This one, Coromandel, is one I want to mention. This one was actually released in 2007. It does come in the Eau de Toilette, which I've never smelled. People are comparing it and saying that, you know, they prefer the EDT to the EDP. I've only tried the EDP, and I like it a lot. I think it's an awesome scent. The sweetness to it. It has this white chocolate note. It's a ambery type of scent. It's one that I really liked. I did try it out a bunch. I didn't just blind buy it. I didn't blind buy any of these because they're readily available to sample at the Chanel boutiques. But like I said, I was avoiding it, and now I got it. Moving on. And the last Chanel fragrance that I want to mention was another one I was avoiding, and one that I smelled and I completely passed on before, and this is Le Lion, which only comes in the Eau de Parfum. This one really won me over as far as amber scents are concerned. It is top of the line, elite amber scent. As I said in a previous video, when I finally smelled it and got it and understood what it was doing, I just said I had to have it, and I just was contemplating, okay, what bottles do I have to get rid of to get this one? I also had to try to track down a tester bottle of it, so I was able to get a tester bottle of it, which is cool. They usually in the gray market, they stock up the things that are popular. So it's Sycamore, Coromandel, and Le Lion that, you know, they're getting because people are buying it. But me, I had to smell it first, and from the reviews, you know, I can agree that it's like a mixture of like Cuir de Russie, Coromandel, and like something else that I can't put my nose on. But it's like the best of all those in in one fragrance. And the name is fitting. Of course, they talk about it being named Le Lion because of Coco Chanel's like zodiac sign, but it's also a beast of a fragrance. It lasts all day. This is something you really don't necessarily need 200 ml of. This is probably top 2 or 3 of my favorite pickups of the year. I didn't think that it would be, because it wasn't hyped to me in like in the circle that I'm around and the type of videos that I watch of other reviewers. It wasn't like that. It wasn't hyped to me like that. But it's just, I was avoiding the new ones. I just was sort of sticking to just working my way through the catalog of like the older Chanel fragrances. But when I tried this one, I was like, this is pretty much the only amber fragrance that somebody could have. And so that's it. It's a love for me. I went on ahead and got it. It's up there, top 2 or 3 of my best pickups of the year. And to get it in a tester bottle is even better. So that's it, guys. Let me know some of your favorite pickups that you've gotten this year. Please let me know if there's something I need to check out. I've just really been on this Chanel kick. I haven't checked out too much in the niche category. Some of the things I did get, some other like niche fragrances, like I got a couple Ducitas and things like that. But as I was telling one of my colleagues or one of my friends with niche, a lot of the times, you know, I love it when it's something that's quote unquote original. Nothing's really original, but a lot of the niche, it'll be perfumers recreating their version of something from the past. So for me, it reminds me of like music. When, you know, hip hop, for example, I used to really be into hip hop, but you know, once I got older and I started getting into the samples, I wanted to hear the originals of from the songs, the hip hop songs that were being sampled. So it reminds me of that, whereas I want to check out the originals instead of listening to the remix version of it. I don't want reinterpretation of a Mitsouko when I could just go get Mitsouko, you know. So to each his own, but that's just all part of the journey. And I've enjoyed it this year. I believe that hopefully as the journey goes on, I could just refine my taste as much, and I've become even though I've made a lot of purchases, I've become more calculated in things that I bought. I wasn't just buying things just to buy things, even though it seems like I do sometimes. But I was definitely way more calculated than I was before. Before, I was just buying whatever I saw people talk about and the way that they may talk about it without even smelling it. But this time I'm smelling things and I'm buying things that I actually like. Very few blind buys. So please let me know what were some of your favorite pickups. Have you tried any of these? Please let me know in the comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.